Well, I hope everybody's had a wonderful start to the new year, and I'm looking forward to. I just did a brief little interview with a friend of mine, and she is a fellow business owner in Boonville, Mississippi, which is near us. And I just, had a couple of questions for her. I was doing a little market research, and I sat down with Dana. And we talked a little bit about struggles that she has in her business, and probably you can resonate with some of these, but also some successes that she is seeing in her business as well. So I look forward to sharing this with you, and I hope you sit back, grab a cup of coffee, and take a listen. Hello, you're listening to Business Building by Design with Emily Jansen McGrath. I'm an entrepreneur, mom, interior designer, business coach, and lover of all things beautiful. Are you feeling overwhelmed, stuck, and you don't know where you're going or if you're going in the right direction? Then you've found me. I'm here to help you with struggles, processes, everyday dilemmas, and implement actionable solutions for your business. So buckle up or put on your walking shoes and let's go. So before we get started, I just want to talk to you a little bit about something that I'm offering, and it's called Offering Up for Entrepreneurs. Offering Up. So what are you offering up? Are you offering up your time, your energy, or your commitment to your community, your clients, your customers, but most of all, your commitment to source? What is it that you have to offer? Do you have a brick and mortar shop? Do you have an online business that is product-based or service-based? Maybe you don't know exactly what it is you have to offer, and maybe you're just starting out and need some guidance. Well, I'd love to work with you. So what we're doing is I'm offering up a group mastermind specifically for women entrepreneurs that want to grow their businesses, connect with other women in business, and give all they've got to make our communities a better place through supporting other women entrepreneurs. So is that you? If so, then I want you to join me. This is going to be a 12-week group mastermind called Offering Up. In this group, you're going to connect with other women in business that think like you. Maybe they have the same concerns or the same hurdles that you have, or they have or will experience what you've gone through as well. So in this mastermind, we're going to share our stories, where we've been, how we got there, and where we want to go. We're going to offer up support, prayers, inspiration, and encouragement in a judgment-free zone. This offering up will begin Monday, March 6th and run for 12 weeks through May 22nd. So that's a Monday, March 6th through Monday, May 22nd. So if you're interested, make sure that you go to the link in the show notes, or you can message me at emily@emilyjansenmcgrath.com, or message me on Facebook or Instagram with any questions that you might have. You're not going to want to miss this. It's going to be epic. There are only going to be 15 spots available. And I want you to be in. So sign up now. So Offering Up for Entrepreneurs. Be sure you check it out. It'll be in the show notes. Carol, how are
Hey, how
you?
are you?
Good. How are you doing? Good to see you.
It's good to see you
I know.
too.
Thank you so much for doing this.
You are welcome.
Yeah.
From one business person to the next, I'm
Yes.
always willing to help, even though I'm like, I don't know what this is about, but let's do it.
It's about business, so it's okay. And I feel like you'll
Good.
be fine. So, anyway, how are things going?
It's good. Things are good. The gym is good and is
That's
healthy. And we're
That's
seeing some
awesome.
growth. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, I've been noticing, following your posts and everything, so I figured y'all were doing really well. So
Yes.
that's good.
Well, thank you for noticing.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Well, good. I try to get on social media, but you know how it is. I have somebody that does it for me. So
Yes.
it's really hard for me sometimes to get on there and look at everything. So I try, but
Right.
things
Right.
get in the way. But
Yes.
okay, so I'm doing some market research. I don't know if you've seen that I've got a podcast and that I'm doing business coaching and whatnot. So I'm taking a course, and part of our course is we need to interview like 5 business owners who I think fit my criteria, or my Lola, my person that I'm speaking to. So I just wanted to, I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I wanted to ask you just a couple of questions about you and your business and how you function. And then that's it. And I may use some of your audio to use for my podcast, if that's okay. Okay.
Yes.
Will that work? Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm speaking to, go ahead and tell me who you are and what you do.
Hey, so I am Dana Stevens. I'm in Boonville, Mississippi, and I am a gym owner. CrossFit style. I'm not affiliated with the CrossFit brand. CrossFit is just a brand, but I believe in their foundational movements just for overall health and wellness and fitness. So yeah, that's my jam.
Good deal. And I know Dana, and I've known her for a long time. So anyway, okay. So let me ask you, number one, what do you think is your biggest struggle right now? What do you think you have the most struggle with in your business?
The biggest struggle that I have now, and that has been an ongoing struggle, is convincing people to believe in what we do in our gym and to understand what we do, but to believe in it as much as I believe in it, or even a small percentage, even a little bit, enough that they will come in, even through the fear, and just give us a try. Fear is a huge obstacle when it comes to working out fitness. But then when you throw the type of training that we do, or they think that we do in there, not realizing that we're for anyone at any fitness level. So that is an ongoing obstacle. I have such a drive and passion and desire for people to come join us and to latch on to what we do, because I have a passion for health, especially women's health, even though we have guys. I just have a heart for women's health. So that is just the believability in what we do.
I think too, I can speak to that because I know at the beginning, whenever CrossFit, people think automatically lifting like big tractor tires and just, doing all this heavy, intense training. And I think that was something that was so special with you. And I loved your gym because I could go in there, and even me, you worked with me in my physical, like my shoulder, I had a bad shoulder, things like that. And I could not dumb it down, but like you worked with me on my level. It wasn't, I'm not the type of person that's going to be super, super intense, but I did what I could do, and you were okay with that.
Right.
So I think it's about.
Yes, we have grandmas, and then we have those who are about that intensity, and we have everything in between. And myself personally, like I tend to change. So there may be seasons where I'm more about that intensity, but then there may be seasons where if I'm really business focused or maybe distracted by something else, that I'm still going to get my workout in because I'm still health focused. So my gym has that flexibility where you can approach it however you want to approach it, and that can change. That might change with the season.
And it's so funny because I think some of those grandmas were like kicking my tail. So, it just depends. But anyway, but okay.
We're a beast.
Well, thank you. Why do you think you're having that struggle? Like, why do you think people have that misconception, or is it lack of education? Why do you think that they have that?
It may be lack of education.
Okay.
And I am always brainstorming and thinking, how can I project truth? How can I battle that fallacy, I guess you would say, about who we are and what we do? And that's where my marketing comes in. And of course, social media, Facebook is my marketing tool, not the only one, but is the big one. I ask people 100% of the time when they come in, new people, interested people, how did you hear about us? And if it's not friend, family who is already there, it's Facebook. So Facebook more times than not. But one thing that I learned, I did some business mentoring a few years back with somebody who mentors specifically gym owners. And I was posting those PRs, those big lifts. Look what we're doing in here, that muscle up and all that advanced, the big cheer stuff. And he said, do you think that is inviting?
Right.
And I said, to just your average person. No, because they're going to look at that and they're going to say, I can't do that. So I changed how, if I'm on the outside looking at my Facebook post, what are they saying? So I did change that, and I'd started getting new member actually who's been coming just a few weeks. Um, he, sorry, a call came through,
That's
but
okay.
he actually was complimenting our social media, and he said that it is welcoming and it does project. And he was sharing this with another friend who shared this with me.
That's
And
awesome.
he and his wife are now coming.
Good.
But it does help people understand that that you can come in at your level. It doesn't matter. You have a place there. So maybe I'm getting somewhere finally. And I think it just takes time.
It does. It does. And I find it interesting that you said you find most of your people from Facebook, not Instagram, because I think those are two totally separate platforms, but it speaks to your people and who you market to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But also I wanted to say I loved the breakdown you did the other day of the cost when you did, like, that was awesome. I love that because I battle that too, just being a business coach. People, they look at how much you charge or interior design, and I'm thinking, you don't see all the back hours or all the times that I meet with you, or how I may put in a year's work to 2 years work, and this isn't a lot. It's just how you break it down. So I like that. It's really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess you spoke a little bit to that, but what do you think are the reasons why you can't overcome this, or you haven't been able to so far? I guess you said that a little bit, but talking about, changing your message.
Right. I think the general message, I know in my personal experience, when I bought the CrossFit gym, it was still under the CrossFit affiliate, under the CrossFit brand, and I remained that way for a few years. When I bought, there was a stigma already in our town, but I'm sure it's not just our town.
No.
That CrossFit is dangerous. You have to already be an athlete. You have to be in shape. It's that fire breathers type workout, like you mentioned, tire flipping, carrying logs, but you already have to be strong and experienced maybe in some type of fitness at an advanced level before coming to CrossFit. Then the injury part, and yes, CrossFit has that competitive side to it, and it can be a sport. But just like basketball is a sport, football is a sport, and some people compete in those sports at different levels. Right. Some people play church softball, and then you have your professional baseball. It's the same thing. You have high school kids who get injured on the basketball court. We support them, and we're like, let's get that ACL fixed and get you back on that court, get you PT'd. They're doing what they love. Right. But when it comes to CrossFit, there's a negative twist to it. Yeah. I'll hurt myself if I go there. And I know as adults, I mean, we have to work and we have families and we have to continue functioning. We can't injure, we don't want to injury. So, and kids just heal up quicker than we do. But I think that was so ingrained before. And I'm not saying that the previous ownership, I don't know of any injuries, but for some reason, I can't speak on why that stigma was there, but it was strong.
Yeah.
And
I think, like you said, it just takes time. Yes. I think your message is totally different than the previous owner. And I think you're totally different than the previous owner. And I think it's people investing in you as well as you investing in them. So yes, I agree. So, and
I've only been unaffiliated from the CrossFit brand for a year and a half. And in the big scheme of things in a business, that's not a long time.
Right.
Yeah. So patience and just continuing to hammer the truth and to hammer the message of who we are and what we do and what we are not.
Right. Yeah. It's just that re-education.
Right.
Okay. Yes, so tell me a little bit about this. What are some things that you've tried in the past that did not work? And maybe some things that did. So both sides of that. I hate to do a negative connotation. So let's say some things that did and did not.
Okay. As far as marketing
Hmm.
specifically and
Yeah,
getting
I
people
think, yeah.
in, um, when I started adding in some paid Facebook
Hmm.
marketing and
Hmm.
reaching a broader
Hmm.
audience, as far as a true broader, more eyes seeing
Right.
what's going on with our business,
Hmm.
that's when I started getting more leads. And um, I'll tell you what has not worked for me anytime I've offered anything free.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Or a discount.
Gotcha.
Well, I'll tell you one time I did 30 days for $30. And for that month, I mean, our classes were huge and rocking.
Yeah.
But as soon as that was over, I kept a few,
Yeah.
a few.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, free and discounted hasn't worked for me.
Hmm. Well,
And
and two, sometimes Dana, like I find this, and I if you I struggle with this a lot, but I find when I discount myself that I don't get the people that I want, or the people that are
yes,
committed. If they're paying and they feel like I'm worth it and I charge more, then they feel like they're getting better quality, if that makes sense.
exactly. It makes complete sense.
So it's
Yes.
like quality over quantity. I'd take it
Yep.
any day. Then I'm
Right.
not running myself to death. You aren't running yourself to death. And anyway, so I
What's
think
it
that's,
speak of the value of what I'm offering? If you're paying
yes,
$30 a month, when CrossFit
right,
and functional fitness facilities, the average fee in the United States is at about 160 a month.
right.
And in Boonville, I'm below that,
Yeah,
but I'm still significantly more than $30 a month,
sure.
because there's
Absolutely.
value in what we do. There's value in
Exactly.
our programming. So when we discount, we are in a sense devaluing ourselves
I
and our
totally
service.
agree. So hang in
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, hang in there. Okay. All right. So let me ask you this. So in your business, I don't know if it's just marketing or anything to do with your business, really, just on the business management side, what are some things that you Google or you search? Like if you go to Pinterest, what are you searching? Or if you're on Google asking about business, how to run your business, what are some things that you're searching? Some keywords?
Um, Retention.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Retention. One thing that I saw, I might gain a few
Uh-huh.
members a month, but then if I gain three and I lose two, I'm still going to be a little discouraged about that.
Sure. Sure.
So what am I doing? How do I retain? That's
Okay.
been a recent study of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Yeah.
since I went through the mentorship, because obviously, we spend a lot of time getting. I need new
Mm-hmm.
clients. I need
Mm-hmm.
new. But like for you, how do you get repeat
Yeah.
customer?
Yeah.
Or,
And I think that's the key is like most of my clients now are repeat customers.
yes,
I don't get as many new because word of mouth, or I've done that job and they keep coming back to me. So that's a
right,
good thing. So I guess but it is hard. You still want to get that new blood because eventually they're going to run out. But hopefully, a lot of my customers and clients, they are returning customers and clients. And I know
right,
you want that too.
right. And
So,
I've seen that. I've been able to keep. We've seen growth, and I
mhm.
have a wonderful core group. But when someone new begins with us, and I feel like they need to commit for a few months,
Mhm.
not a couple of weeks. There's
Right.
the initial fear that takes time to work through. And I can encourage, I can text, I can
Yeah.
call, almost like I don't want to bug them. But if it's been a few days, I'm going to send that message. Hey, missing
Right.
you in the gym. I'm not
Right.
going to ask any questions. Where have you been? What's going on?
Mhm.
But I'm just going to say just a
Sure.
quick outreach.
Yeah.
And others in the gym are really good about doing that as well. And I think it's just there's such a struggle with starting a new habit.
Yes.
The fitness industry, especially in Mississippi, is one, and I mean, I've heard this from other experts, is one of the hardest industries.
Yes.
We're not the fittest state, and
Exactly.
I strive to change that in our area, and just to make more awareness of its importance. And I'm going to keep going no matter, if I have 3 people there, I want to make a difference in those 3, or if we have 300.
Right.
But retention, and I don't think that is that they come in and they're like, "Oh, I don't like this. These people, this is horrible." It's just we're busy. We're so busy with children and sports and other things that, and especially moms, we tend to put ourselves last.
Absolutely.
And so I made a post recently about self-care not being selfish. Because it's a gift. If we change our thinking and think of it more as like, I'm giving my family and my kids a gift of my personal health for now. So I'm a better mom, healthier mom, more energized mom, happier mom. And then in the future, when we are elderly, and I don't want Bonds to have to take care of me.
Right.
Until, if I'm 90 or 100, but I want to prevent that as long as possible. So it's a gift to our children and our grandchildren and other family members. I think it's just thinking needs to change.
Yeah, I agree. So anything else that you would like to, okay, let me ask you one more question.
Yeah.
What would be the biggest breakthrough for you related to, your business? Like, what would be the biggest breakthrough for you?
Ooh.
Like, if anything could change and you could have anything you wanted, what would be the biggest impact, do you think, for you?
If I could have anything I wanted, I have 4 classes a day, and they would consistently have up to, let's say, 12 to 15 regular attendees in each of those classes.
Gotcha.
We have that sporadically, in the evening classes, but like 5, 8, 4:45, and just that consistent, I guess, just to see that level of growth, Yes.
So it's so good talking to Dana today, and I always enjoy talking to her, and she's such a bright light and such a vivacious woman and has a heart to help others. So I just hope you had some really good takeaways. She is trying to reestablish a brand, which she's been working at and very successfully in the last couple of years. But, it's sometimes that's hard. Some of you have taken over a business, or maybe you are trying to just reinvent your brand. And we have to educate, and we know that we have to re-educate some people sometimes. So she's been very successful in doing that. Some of the things, of course, she's had some wins, some losses. And like she said, she'd had a mentor or a coach that helped redirect her. And sometimes we need that. Just somebody looking from the outside in and to help us to see the things that we cannot see, because we sometimes are the inventors and we think our ideas are great, and a lot of times they are, but it's always great to help, or to have somebody on the outside looking in that can help us see the things that we're unable to see. Some things that she talked about were retention and consistency and re-educating. So if you have trouble with that, we would love to help you in those areas. Like she said, retention is something that she struggles with, and that's something that she would like to retain her clients for longer periods of time. And whereas I'm in the same boat where I do interior design and I work with people, sometimes you have people that come back and sometimes you don't. I'm not for everyone. Dana's Gym isn't for everyone. So it's kind of like you have to find your people. And guys, listen, my podcast is raw. It is, almost practically unedited. I just lay it all out there. I say y'all, and I say fix it, and I'm from the South, and I I'm me. I'm Emily, and that's who you're going to get every day. And I feel like Dana's the same way. So we know that there are some people out there that aren't going to like us. They're not going to like my accent. They're not going to like the way I talk, and they're not going to like the way I do business. And that's fine, because there's somebody for everybody. Just like Dana said, she had a mentor. Not everybody wants to work with me. Not everybody wants to work at Dana's gym. Her style of fitness may not be for them. So know that for your business too. There's somebody out there for everybody. So work on just being you. Okay? So I want to encourage you this week to just be yourself, and just to work on your relationships, because relationships and contacts are everything. So I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will talk to you soon.